What's up, everyone, and welcome to ClearTalk. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, head over the Pentagon, apparently clamping down on staff and members of the Pentagon and how they communicate with Congress about important issues that Congress and information that Congress needs to help oversee the Pentagon. This is, in my opinion, kind of important thing that I'm not sure is how much is being actually talked about. So, thank you very much for joining me here on ClearTalk. If you are new here, welcome. If you'd like to check out more videos from the channel, please do so. Consider subscribing, like, share, all that good stuff. To help get videos in front of more people. It just helps out the channel and helps out the JMD Nation at large. If you'd like to check out more videos from other channels, JMD Drummer, JMDPLAY, JMD Puzzling, please do so there and consider subscribing. That would be amazing. If you like what you see, subscribe and share and all that good stuff over there as well. Any kind of communication, any kind of thing you can do. Interacting with the videos and stuff helps out. It helps out tremendously. And if you'd like to support in any kind of way, there's a Patreon there for $3 a month ongoing. You can, to help support JMD Nation and help me build that community there and making it more worth your while. And if you just like to give a one-time donation there, you can do that as well. Any support you give to JMD Nation to become a part of JMD Nation, that is very much appreciated, and I thank you very, very much. If you are returning, you're freaking amazing. Thank you for coming back over and over and over again, and yeah, because you are JMD Nation. So, thank you very much. So yes, we have Hegseth is. He's already pissed off a lot of admirals and people in the military with his little meeting. What was it, last month, I think? And other things he's been doing, it's been very much questionable. And we also know that, the history here with the Pentagon and audits and stuff that's been doing, when it comes to this, overblown budget, now a full $1 trillion budget, the largest in the world, like 2-3-fold, whatever. I mean, it's pretty crazy. And how, the past, like, I don't know, 6-7 audits or more, sorry about that. They have not even been able to pass those audits. Not being able to account for hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. That they have no clue what it went to, have no ability to defend where it went to or anything else. This has been and this is an ongoing issue with the Pentagon. Even in an ongoing argument against continuously raising that budget, because they can't count for what they are spending money on. Well, we have now Hegseth mandating that officials within the Pentagon no longer engage with lawmakers and their staff in Congress over major issues without approval from his legislative office. Drop over here. This is from ABC News. Hegseth restricts military officials from talking to Congress without prior approval. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is mandating that personnel can no longer engage lawmakers or their staff against major issues confronting the U.S. military without prior approval. A list that includes recent military strikes in the Caribbean, how the Pentagon buys weapons, and the construction of a U.S. missile shield, which I think is kind of like our Golden Dome, I think, process there. It's a major shift on how the military interacts with Congress. Congressional staff say that they are concerned that Hegseth's clampdown will hamstring lawmakers' ability to give even routine information as it oversees the Pentagon's $1 trillion budget and cobbles together an annual defense policy bill. Under Hegseth's new mandate, staff from the various military services and agencies were told they must coordinate first with Hegseth's central legislative office. Staffers say they worry the result will be that information needed by Congress will wind up bottlenecked, waiting for aides to Hegseth to approve. The list of restricted topics reviewed by ABC News include acquisition reform, spectrum, critical munitions, budget and reconciliation spending plans, critical minerals, foreign military sales, attempted lethal force on military installations, and the national defense strategy. In a post on X, Nebraska Republican Representative Don Bacon called it an amateur move. I was a 5-time commander, and our leadership wanted us to engage members of Congress. We wanted to share what our great airmen were doing. We were proud of our service. The new rules have put a large barrier between the military and Congress. Pentagon says the change is very small, but I already see the impact with military members being afraid to communicate. This is another amateur move. The Pentagon did not immediately respond. Chief Pentagon spokesperson Sean Purnell told CNN the department intends to improve accuracy and responsiveness in communicating with the Congress to facilitate increased transparency. Boy, is that a mouthful. This review is for processes internally in the department and does not change how or from whom Congress receives information. Keywords here: improve accuracy and responsiveness and transparency. Because basically what I'm taking from this is that any kind of information that is queried, from Congress to the Pentagon and the different departments and about different things, and trying to, oversee and understand what department is spending on from different avenues or whatever, and trying to then put forth how, they are going to implement policies around a bill or to, approve a bill or whatever the case. All this type of information that is vital for Congress to get and be able to access. Pete Hegseth wants first for anybody in the Pentagon, before giving access or information or anything to Congress, wants it to come through him so that him and his staffers can approve it, to make sure that it's okay, and that to be more accurate and responsive and be more transparent. Or in other words, to hide, to lie, to make up shit. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. He wants to make sure that information goes out, can look positive, can look in a way that they want him to want it to look, and take full control of what is being translated to Congress. Instead of there being this open, what transparency actually means. I don't think they understand that. Being an open door, of information between the Pentagon and Congress. Instead, it has to now go through Hegseth and his department, his office, for approval before it can even be communicated to Congress. This is just a control tactic. This is a control of information, making sure that he has full control over how information is translated between the Pentagon and Congress, which is not something that normally happens. Normally there's an open, and should be an openness. Congress should be able to access, because they are the ones who make the laws and rules around how the Pentagon is supposed to spend the money and stuff that's funded, that the Congress has approved for funding. This is in my opinion a very Trumpian like move, and a move to further gain power and control over how information is translated and over what the department can do. It puts a blockade on what the Pentagon is doing and how they are doing it. It makes it harder for that information to be shared with Congress and, furthermore, the American people. I mean, we already, question the actions of the Pentagon as it is, because of lack of transparency and the fact that they can't even pass audits, can't even account for millions of dollars that they have spent. I think I want to say the number is around like 60%, something like that, of the funds of the budget that the Pentagon has, they can't even account for. And they haven't been able to account for it for multiple years in a row of audits. This is a power grab move, a control move, a way of doing the exact opposite of transparency, so that they can do what they want to do without, and furthermore, pushing out Congress. This is what Trump and his administration have been doing all along, is doing everything they can to make Congress illegitimate and to make them, to break them, to make them unnecessary. And this is just a further move, in my opinion. And this is should be a concern. It's something that everybody needs to keep an eye on. It's a further authoritarian-like move, a further engagement by the administration to take control of agencies and do with them what they want without congressional approval, without approval of the other parts of our government, the other branches of our government. The three branches of government that our government is supposed to be set up as checks and balances, so that none of them have overarching power, abundant power over the others, to make them basically lame ducks. And the executive branch, the Trump and his administration, that's exactly what they've been trying to do, is to make the other parts of government, the other branches, lame ducks, so that they have all the power, consolidate the power, and can do whatever they want without pushback from the judicial system, without pushback from the congressional legislative part of our government. And the one thing that they have been somewhat successful at so far is pushback on Congress, making them almost pointless. Now, it's been harder for them to do it on the judicial side. The judicial side has been, like I said, I've argued over and over again, the real only true pushback against his administration. And they keep holding firm for the most part. That doesn't keep the administration from continuously trying to gain more and more power and to buckle down and control more and more of the agencies and what's going on, and the decision making, just executive unilateral decisions without approval from anyone else. And this is just a further clamp down. This is just a further clamp down by a fucking moron, a TV host, a, quite frankly, questionable Nazi-like ideology. That's in control of our Pentagon. So, that's what I wanted to bring to your attention. The further clamp down and brick walls being put up on transparency and communication between our departments, between our, legislative bodies and our executive body and everything else. And the concern there is the continued grasp for power and control. And this is just another step. That's just another step for them being able to control communication and what's being communicated, how they can alter and change and manipulate that communication and make it look as positive as for them as they can. To further their lies, to further their agenda and their propaganda. So let me know what you think. Until next time, peace. Clear Talk. I'm out.